Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely little island of Fawnhollow today? Now, what are we going to do today? That's going to be a very good question. I think maybe, even though I haven't quite planned out what I'm going to do yet for the island designs, we're going to start a little bit of clearing stuff. So we're going to start clearing up that top left area with all the bamboo things, putting stuff away, moving the bamboo shoots and all that, so we can start building or start messing around with some ideas. But anyway, hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 3:07 PM on Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. Now for today's announcements. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. I hope the entire island joins me in giving our guest a warm welcome. Sorry, that's all. Have a lovely days. Had to cough there. Clear my throat. Sounds a bit weird. Sounds a bit hoarse, doesn't it? Not really sure what's up with that. Who do you think our campsite visitor is? We're missing a lazy villager, right? So probably one of those. Guess what, dear? When I close my eyes, I can see the most beautiful sunset ever. Ooh, I wish I could show it to you. The range and depth of colours are astonishing. This isn't helping, isn't it? Descriptively, Raymond. We've nearly got a full mailbox. We're going to have to start clearing that out at some point as well. Hello, Sylvana. When did you start wearing that jacket? Whoa. That's a change of style for you, Sylvana. Who we got in here? I'm gonna say it's Stitches. Random You are a Jock Drake? Scoot. Well, I do like your helmet. Your cheeks are much more pink than I remember. But anyway, who's our visitor? Is it Crazy Red for today? Let's see. It's not Crazy Red. Who could it be? Is it... Oh. No. It's a wandering visitor. Okay. Could be Gadavar. What presents do we have on inventory? We have... So these are fossils. 3 fossils. How many fossils do we need to give out? Raymond, Amelia, Rowan, Caesar. Well, I suppose it depends if we can even give one to Caesar. Okay. And then we need to give out... Get 6 fruits. Okay. Let's do it, boy. I suppose we'll start with that first. Giving out presents, always nice. So what have I been up to recently? Or since yesterday, I suppose. I say recently, it's not like that much time's passed. Haven't really been up to anything particularly interesting today. I will say that, oh, we don't really have a... Is it we need 2 of these and then 5 of the other, right? Last night, well not last night, last evening I suppose, some movie theatres are sort of getting back open in UK, although I'll be honest, it probably might close down again kind of soon, but we'll see. I went to see a movie with some of my friends. It's a German movie actually, in a place. It's an interesting movie because this is not like a, I don't think this is a chain movie theatre. It's one I've never heard of before. At least William suggested that we go see a movie for, which we did. It had a lot of older films, much more art housey style films that you might not necessarily see in cinema. I think, I don't know. I'm not that well versed in. I should say I'm not well versed in the cinema world, so I shouldn't really comment on things I don't really know about. But still, we saw a German film. It was called Balloon. Let's see, it's a stylish bag, but complex design says more about style than it does about function. Okay, so that's one of the snooty villagers. We're not sure who. It could be Raymond. Style more about function. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna say it's Vivian's. Actually, I feel like it's probably going to be Amelia's because Vivian's, surely we'd have more descriptions because we're closer friends with her. It is Raymond. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. And I was stuck between a snooty or a smug villager, but smug makes more sense now I think about it. A little bit more sense. Their tastes are not too different. Hello, Raymond. You drop this. Anyway, yes. I watched a German film called Balloon, which is about It's about the 2 families who crossed the Berlin, or crossed from East Germany to West Germany by a hot air balloon, which is a very famous story that's often, or at least we learnt about during our GCSE history lessons. If you don't know, there was after World War II, Cold War stuff, there was Germany divided in half, East Germany, West Germany. Oh, that was a special fossils thing. Apparently I didn't realise about that. East Germany, West Germany, and a lot of people from East Germany tried to escape to West Germany, basically is what happened. I don't know. You can go learn about it in history, which I actually did learn about in history in GCSE, and I felt it was actually kind of interesting. I felt like it gives a whole new context to a lot of the things we saw. You changed immediately. Can we give you anything yet, Caesar? Let's see. No, not yet. Okay. Yeah. Of course, a lot of people escaped a lot of different ways with the Berlin Wall. You know, like when it started. This is really testing my history knowledge now. When it started being built, it was just like a barbed wire coil on the ground. Some people just like jumped over, and then some people started like they built up a bigger wall. Some people started like leaping from buildings, I think, next to it, and then I think they like locked down the buildings, and then some people started doing other things. I think some people might have dug under it, maybe. I might have made that one up. Or like maybe they'd go to Berlin and go to like escape through an embassy, that sort of thing. Anyway, there's always one famous story that it's always you know how they always have like fun facts written down in like the side of your textbooks back in school. This is one of them, where like where it was like a family escaped over the Berlin Wall using a hot air balloon of all things that they crafted over I can't remember how many, 2 years or something. You know, you read it and you don't really sink it in. You'll be like, oh, I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool fact, I guess. But it doesn't really sink in, which until I watched the movie, I was like, wow, that is a lot of effort and a huge amount of risk, to be honest. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the first thought, if someone, like, obviously I don't know what it's like to be in that situation. Obviously I have a much easier life than a lot of the people did when they had growing up under that sort of situation, but a hot air balloon is such a wild, like, idea, to be honest. I would be like, man, a hot air balloon, one, I don't even know where to start with a hot air balloon, so I guess that's probably why I wouldn't do it, but, oh, hello Sahara. I see you up there for a split second. Lily, we do have a fruit we can potentially give you. There's a crazy amount of dedication that we had to put to it. Of course, the movie is like a dramatized version, retelling of the events. We watched it last night, and then this morning I decided to read like the actual story about the family, whose names I can't remember. I'm sorry. You can search up. Just search like Berlin hot air balloon escape or something. It's very interesting. There's a lot of things which I didn't really consider because of course those in control of East Germany didn't really want the people from East Germany to escape to West Germany. So things like they were trying to buy like textiles to create the hot air balloon, because you need a lot of textiles, I suppose, to create it, because it's a massive square foot area. It also takes up a massive surface area, that's a word, because you need a huge amount of volume of hot air to actually like propel yourself upwards anyway using a hot air balloon. And of course, the first time they did it, because no one really considered the fact that someone were trying to escape using a hot air balloon. They could just go to a textile store and just buy like an absolutely absurd amount of like cloth, and it just sort of like the person in charge of the store was just like, what? But sure. I mean, like, what else are you gonna? They were just like, oh, we're making a load of tents or something. I can't remember the story exactly. Because if you don't know, spoilers, how the story goes is they tried it the first time, but then the family unfortunately did not make it over by about 200 meters. The first way, they were very, very close, but then they just fell short because of, as I understand it, it was a condensation in the air, which put like water, which like soaked the hot air balloon, making it heavier and added weight to the hot air balloon, so they like started sinking a lot faster than they intended. What was I saying? I can't remember where I was going with this. yeah, so they failed the first time, and they had to make it back, which was a dangerous task in of itself, because the whole area is like booby trapped with like mines and that sort of thing. Border patrols trying to catch any other people trying to escape, and then of course they can't just like, then they're like 20 kilometers away from where they started, or their city or their car or anything. They can't just like pick up this balloon and carry it there. So of course they found a balloon, and now they're onto them. They're like, oh, someone's trying to escape with a hot air balloon. And they're like, oh, it's only a matter of time until they're caught. So they're just like, okay, our only way out, we've got to pick up the pace, we've got to do it again. Now we know what we're doing, learn from what we learned from last time, and just do it again in a short amount of time. Of course, in the movie it's much more dramatized. I'm not sure how in the movie it was like literally split seconds before, like a few minutes difference, which saved them in the end. I don't know how close it was in real life. I wonder if one of them surely has written an autobiography or something. That'd be such an interesting autobiography. We're gonna buy some mysterious wallpaper. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, we just had to do it again. Super quickly. It's just crazy, the amount of pressure. And I think I said that the movie does incredibly well is the absolutely looming, dreading sense of paranoia that's running through you, because after they get caught the first time, they're of course like, oh man, people are now suspicious, have reason to be suspicious of us. Perhaps we will get caught, that sort of thing, and you know, that's a very scary situation to be in, because your life and your family's lives could be in danger. Stadium wall, that's a different one. No. So what they do is, like, even like the smallest things, just someone looking up at them from reading their newspaper, but just like huge intense music, like with slow motion shot as they stare into your soul, and you feel along with a family being like, are they onto us, or are they just another person? You don't know. Are they undercover? Are they going to rat us out? It's crazy. The absolute paranoia they must be feeling. I'd probably explode from anxiety. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they got caught the first time, and then we got onto them. Oh yeah, and so of course they can't buy textiles again anymore, or that larger textiles things, because now the textile people, the people who run the textile stores had to report it if they see someone being like, that could be the family trying to build a hot air balloon again. So I believe they basically split up and went to loads of different stores, buying small amounts every single time, and then like stitched it all together, something like that. At least that's what happened in the movie, and I believe that's what happened in the story. But in the not the story, in real life I should say, in the movie it was oh, did we check that blue rose? I don't think we checked the blue rose. We'll check it when we go back over there to move the bamboo shoots. I don't know if we can actually dig up bamboo shoots. I've never tried. It's not occurred to me if we can or not. What was I saying? Yeah, in the movie they do it like family goes to buy like 200 feet of whatever. Oh, what do you think about Audie? Oh my gosh, subscriber, I sort of need your advice. I've been thinking about how I say yes all the time, and you know, I want to, I don't know, change it maybe? What do you think, subscriber? Freshen it up, you know? We just say random things like slay, slay queen, alright? So you think I should be saying slay queen? Yep. Thank you, slay queen is so catchy, I'm big time loving it. You are so good at coming up with this stuff, subscriber. You're welcome, Audie. Have we given you something all? I don't know. We have not. We have a lot of presents actually still in our inventory. So yeah, they go to buy like 200 square foot of, I don't even know what material it was. I saw they said taffeta, but I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if taffeta is what I think it is. Hold on. Might as well Google it right now. I thought taffeta was like the ballerina stuff, wasn't it? Oh, it's like a silky thing. Huh? Anyway, maybe they bought someone about. Maybe they bought something else. I can't really remember. And then, did we give you something, Vivian? When the family goes to buy it, there's like 200 square foot of a thing sitting right in front of them. But the attendant is like, sorry, I had to go order some and talk to the warehouse manager or something. So she goes to the back, and my mum's just like, I don't know why she needs to do that. There's literally some right here. And then she realizes, whoa, she doesn't need to call the warehouse manager. They need to just report every single instance of people buying a large amount of textiles. So they're getting ratted out, basically. By being strong-armed by the law, I suppose. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your duet you got going on here. Amelia's giving me a side eye. Who have we not given stuff to? Probably Diana, right? It's always Diana. She's never here. Oh, it's 2 people. Oh no, it's probably Diana and Caesar, right? Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, and then they come up with the idea of just buying a load of things separately. And I will be honest, and it is actually not lampshaded in the movie. What's the opposite of lampshaded? It's like they point to it. Later in the movie is they get like 4 of them. They all drive up in like one shop in a car, and they just take turns entering and exiting. Ugh. The car buying like 20 feet of something, alright? I would be like, if that happened to me, I feel like I would probably notice. I can't really imagine you get that many visitors buying the same material over and over again. And then, like, you could even just like look outside and you'd probably see them just all entering and exiting the same car. And when it happens in the movie, when the owner of the store is like, yeah, I don't know what was up with them. They parked over there and I just saw them all 4 of them just like enter and exit from the same car over and over again. Which gives them another lead, basically. It's very intriguing. I also tried, a thing I like to do after I watch a movie is I try to find like discussion threads and stuff about it. Not a lot has been any discussions about it to see what other people think, things I might have missed out on. I always think that's fun to do. There's not a lot of discussion going on about this movie. It came out in 2018, I think. From what I remember it saying on a Wikipedia article. I was like, wow. No one's talking about this. Just surprising. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I suppose it's just not well known. Stadium 1, there you go. That's a new one we got today. I'm trying to think what else was really cool from the movie. There was a lot of cool moments. Like, there's a really tense moment when the first time they were going to do it, the teenage son writes a letter of saying basically like goodbye to his crush, basically. And then of course they fail the first time, so he just like has to fish out the letter from their mailbox again while people are watching. And this movie psychs you out so much. That's what I'm saying about Paranoia. It makes you think that every little thing is something that could be the end, spell the end for our family that we're watching throughout this movie, which is the whole point. It is they're under that sort of paranoia, so like that's exactly what they're probably feeling like, right? Maybe we should sell some more of these. It's not like we need all these colorations, right? I suppose so. I suppose so. I suppose so. And then, yeah, as he's fishing out the letter. Sorry, I'm spoiling this entire movie for you. I suppose you should go watch it if you're interested in watching it. I think it's pretty good. And they're like he's fishing out for some letter from the mailbox, and there's 2 people watching him, and then they definitely saw him, and he just walks back. He tries to like casually walk back to his home, and then suddenly knock on the door a few minutes later, and it's the 2 people who saw him, and I won't spoil what happens. That was very early on in the movie, though. That's not a big spoiler, but I was like, whoa. This movie is making me all sorts of stressed just watching it. Which is not often what you want from a movie if you want to feel relaxed, but it's a good sort of stress, I suppose. I've never seen a concierge uniform look like this. Beige is a very interesting colour for it, isn't it? I don't know. I will say that since like it's a story I've heard of, like I already knew they were gonna make it over the wall because it's I heard of this movie before. I was like, I know they make it. I read about this in GCSE history. So you would have thought that would take like all the that's a new one. I don't remember seeing that one before. You might think, oh, that's going to take out all the suspense of a movie. But there's no more suspense of, are they going to make it or not? You already know they'll make it. It's still very, very suspenseful. Still nail-biting to the end. Where, even though I know what the overarching end result is, I don't know the process of it getting there. And what may or may not be suffered by the family along the way. That's what makes it heart-pounding, I suppose, in the end. The thing I'm just surprised about a hot air balloon is like, a hot air balloon is super bright. If you don't know, especially at night time. I mean, you see them. You see those fancy pictures you can see on like Flickr or whatever, of like hot air balloons lighting up the night sky. They are super, super bright. And I was just thinking when they were flying the first time, I was like, surely like every single border patrol guard in the area is going to see them, because they're literally just a walking flashlight in the night. Like, they're so bright. But also, I don't know what you can do to like combat that, to like cover the entire balloon with like black paint or something. Can you do that? I don't know. Is there anything else we need to sell? We can actually just dig out the bamboo shoots, right? We have quite a few of them. Sahara, we do have 5 of them. I can't be bothered though. We're just going to go sell these and then move the bamboo shoots we got. I don't know where we'll move them to. Move them somewhere far away. Whatever empty space we got. We don't have a lot of empty space anymore on the floors. Most of it's taken up by flowers nowadays. Yeah, but they do get spotted, sort of. Oh, you know, another thing I want to say is how well, like, a strong sense of community in there, where it sort of felt like, of course, the situation in East Germany at that time was not very great, if you didn't know, if it's not something you studied in school. Not very great is putting it lightly. So a lot of people did try and want to escape, and other people were aware of it or stuff. But like the fact that people like who didn't know each other like covered for each other and that sort of thing. There's a moment where the chief antagonist, he's the one like leading the investigation on trying to find his family. He's trying to escape over a hot air balloon. Finds their way to a preschool because they know. I can't remember why. I think because he knows it's a family. So he asks, and he's found the area. I can't remember how exactly, or maybe I'm just not telling you spoilers. Maybe, despite the fact I'm spoiling this part of you, it's okay. I don't know. If you're interested in watching the movie, you would have watched it by now, probably. He ends up in a preschool and he's just talking to a teacher and he's like, oh, has any of your children, you know, said anything interesting about, you know, building something or maybe sewing something like that? And then the teacher, you know, there was a scene earlier where one of the kids was being like, oh, it was like, the teacher was like, oh yeah, let's talk about what our parents do for a living. And then the dad, the son, not his dad, the son goes, my dad does sewing or something like that. And then the teacher's like, I thought your dad drove an ambulance. Where am I going? I was meant to go to the bamboo area. I thought your dad drove an ambulance. And the kid was like, oh no, he's spent all day at the sewing machine now. Of course, red flags. That teacher now knows that this kid's dad obviously is a hot air balloon family trying to escape. Can we dig up these bamboo shoots? Let's see. No, but we do need to put all these bamboo stuff away. I mean, we might just put them away just to put them back again, but we'll see. I don't know how exactly we're going to do this, but we just need everything out of here. Let's see if these actually work by digging up bamboo. I think we can. Yeah, makes sense. They probably don't stack though. But yes, this'll be the area. This'll be Lily's house area. A waterfall paradise, hopefully. I don't know if you can do waterfalls up 4 cliffs, but you can do them up 3. I did not bring enough apples over here, but it's alright. We need to dig up these flowers anyway, because we need to get rid of them. I don't know why I have so many roses up here, actually. But we're just slowly, surely clearing out this area. Probably getting rid of our 5-star town status, but it's okay. We don't need it anymore. Oh, I thought my phone was ringing there. That was a bit weird. So yeah. Did I say what the movie was called? It's called Balloon, by the way. A German movie called Balloon. Ballo. Did I finish a part about the kindergarten teacher? Anyway, the investigator I was like, oh yeah. Any of the kids say stuff? Because, you know, kids talk. Kids are honest. Oh yeah, no. Wait, hold on. This is where I got to. It's like my daddy's at the sewing machine all day. And then the teacher being like, alright then, that's a bit weird, but maybe it's something innocuous. It's like, oh, what's your dad making? And then the kid's like, I can't say. I'm not allowed to say. And then, of course, everyone in the movie theatre at this point went, a collective inhale of air as we were all like, oh no. Disaster. Where should we put these bamboo shoots? We need like a open space. Can we could probably just store them, right? Let's just store them, or we could just drop them on the floor. And they're like, oh no, she knows. And there's like really suspicious like zoom-ins into her face. The teacher's face where you're like, oh my god, maybe she's an undercover spy. You don't really know. But then the investigator comes along and starts asking her about it. And of course, as that happens, that same kid, like, accidentally run his ball rolls into their area. Oh, we can't. Oh, we actually just have to place them. Okay, we'll move them somewhere weird. We'll move them like neighbor cosmoses or something for now. Doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yeah, basically he hands up over there, and then as he asks that question, you know, she looks over to him. She's like, gosh, I can't do that to this kid, you know? And she just lies. She's like, oh, you know, yeah, some kids are saying their parents are sewing. Everyone's getting ready for the, I can't remember what the day's called, like the day where you're patriotic and stuff. It's like, doesn't it just make you proud how nationalistic our families are? And everyone's just like, whew, good save, teacher. Just that sense of camaraderie for someone you don't even know that well. It's just like, remember the human, I suppose, is what I mean. Remember the human. I know, it's just heartwarming. And even I'm learning about the context. Ooh, a loose fortress? I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, maybe we should change up our style again. We haven't done that for ages, have we? We haven't done it for ages because we've been using a wetsuit most of the time. But we don't have enough time this episode. Okay, I have to remember to do it next episode. Well, I suppose we should just use the Dream Sheep outfit we made ages ago, but we didn't really use because the wetsuit was immediately introduced. Alright, I guess we'll do that. How do I... Am I still holding it? I am still holding it. We'll change into... Apparently we have a fireworks one. I don't remember that one. We'll wear this outfit for a while, despite how ridiculous it looks. Anyway, I suppose we'll round off this episode here, why don't we? So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Go watch Balloon, good movie. Any likes, comments, and subscriptions are greatly appreciated, and join the Dear Darling Discord down in the description below if you feel like it. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Hot air balloons. yeah, Balloon, German movie, 2018. Go watch it. It's very good. Anyway, bye bye for now.